Frank isn't a prize fighter. Well, no, this is the first big fight of his life. But all he got to do is learn how to tie people up. You know that's why Thomas Hearns lost against Leonard in the first fight, right? Too much pride. He didn't want to tie up with Sugar Ray Leonard. In the rematch, he tied up like a motherfucker, didn't he? So you get humbled, you learn. All that ego shit got to go. Tie your monkey ass up. That's what he should have did. Yeah, Thomas Hearns. Man, of course. Thomas Hearns would have painted the fence with a lot of these dudes. Everybody said Thomas Hearns ain't had no defense. He ain't need no defense. His offense was his defense. That's how he was going about the fight. You wasn't gonna be no more controversy with Thomas Hearns. Because he was going for it. He tried to get you up out of there. Yeah. But shoot, go look at the first fight with Hagler Hearns. He didn't hold Leonard like he should have. And everybody underestimated Ray Leonard. Yeah, he was Sugar Ray and he was sweet and all that, but Ray could hit. And that motherfucker lay your ass out. And if you underestimate Ray, your ass gonna get knocked the fuck out. And that's it. He was fast and he was powerful. You see in that rematch, Thomas grabbed his ass like a mug. Ray can fight, and that's the thing about it. A lot of people say Hagler won that fight. I had scored it for Hagler. I ain't gonna lie. But I'm gonna tell you one thing. Leonard stood down a couple of them times and threw some shit in his back. He ain't just go out with no punk. That's one thing about Ray. I was like, hey, they can say what they want. Say sweet and all that, but I know he gonna sit down and throw some shots. And Ray got some hit. Ray didn't have a lot of knockouts for no reason. Ray will put you on your ass if you ain't paying attention. Don't think he shoots shots. Yeah. Yeah, I gotta get up in the morning too. Shit. Thanks for coming through, bro. Yeah. Yeah, you told me to go out. I FaceTimed you and you didn't answer. That's why I don't have an iPhone. I can't do FaceTime. I don't have iPhone. Yeah. Sophisticated shit. Oh. I got one of these. I still got one. You got this from Louisville Sludge Shop. I think so. Yeah. I got one. I got a hood like this. I had a plan. And I gave it the skill. Nice. Oh shit. This is classic. The wife wants to come with. Why can't I come? Because he tried to bang the other chick at the office. Yeah, she's showing up. The wife. As long as it don't get too funny, that's why I stopped watching the other one. Oh, no. This ain't that kind of show. Yeah. Yeah, that other one just went off the rails. After the first season, I was like, yeah. Black Monday. Yeah, I was like, what the fuck is this shit about? But no, this is on the point. All right.
I'm thinking maybe popping and by after we dress thing.
Or you can come if you want. I just figured you'd want.
He said they still shelling out pay-per-views. Man, $75 for the fight. That's what they wanted, $75 for the fight. I said, are you kidding me? $75.
It's seriously.
That's my bro. That's T, the one that did the Real Brothers with me. So when Real Brothers started, that was the first Real Brother right there. He got to go home. Yeah, I am. I was going to do it tonight. Hell, what time is it? It got too late because I ended up doing the fight. So I might have to do it tomorrow so we could just really go in on it. T, man, he was just talking about it. He hate Power Book 2. He says it's getting worse with each episode. But I understood why, listening to him, I understood why he feels this way. Because we saw Raising Kanan, which we like Raising Kanan a lot better.
The return of superstar Tank Davis.
My favorite part was, in this whole thing, was watching, what's his name? Gary Russell, because Gary Russell got about 4 brothers. They all named Gary Russell. Just like George Foreman named all his sons George Foreman. This guy, Gary Russell, the father, rest in peace, named all his sons Gary Russell. So, and all of them boxed. So the youngest son, the youngest brother, whether for Gary Russell, the one we saw was world champion, he's in his corner now. Now Gary Russell is not training him. His father's not training him no more because of what happened with, his father just passed away a couple years ago. So he started training him. He said, just call him Russell. They all got different last names. So he went against Pielo. And this guy, from whatever country Pielo is from, Pielo was tearing his ass up. And he was counterpunching him all night long. But the funniest part was in that corner, what was being said from Gary Russell, the Gary Russell we know. The one that was going to beat up McMill at the fight. Inactivity. That is true. Inactivity could be a factor. Well, some fighters need rest, but inactivity is on you. You could be in the gym working. You could be putting in work. When fighters are inactive, it's because they want to be. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wants to be a superstar. Everybody want to trend on social media. Everybody wants to be that main superstar, but they don't want to put that work in. They don't want to be that guy. They're putting in all the work on their page on social media, but they ain't putting in all that work, period. To be the best, to be number one. Oh, Gary Russell gave him some great advice. Oh, it was an exciting time in the corner. His brother gave him the best advice in the world. And then he told him what was what. That's what made it exceptional with me. He just counterpunched his wild ass brother. His brother has no control. He got 17 wins by knockout in a row. All that came to an end.
And you need to let off 3 when you get close. He don't want to be there. Whenever you shoot your brick, catch. Because he's going to fire. Catch. Then fire. Boom, boom, boom. Keep your fucking hands set where you can fire. Not where you fucking grabbing at. You understand? It's a big difference, baby boy. Last round, go get this motherfucker. Say less, hold that.
He was, I don't need that. Say less, hold that. It's a different world, baby, bro. Catch and shoot. He told him exactly. His brother told him, look, baby, bro, it's a whole different world, baby, bro. Catch and shoot. You said, look how Frank folded mentally in the 7th. He wasn't folded mentally in the 7th. He was hurt in the 7th. You didn't see that right hook? The right hook came after a left to the body. It's amazing, man. I mean, it's second nature for me, I guess. I just know boxing so much and can remember the shots, the moments, everything when somebody was disturbed. But yes, it was the 7th round. He caught him with a hook, left hook to the body, and a looping right hand that followed. He was not expecting the right hand. So by the time he turned around after taking the body shot, wham! He gets hit with a right. Right on the chin. And when his eyes was like pinball machines. And then he even did like this to try to shake his eyes back, like, whoa, what's going on? And get his eyes back together. He was rocked. So he had to try to get his bearings back, but he don't know how to tie up. That's a key element of fighting, is knowing how to tie up. That's something Philly fighters know a lot of. They ain't shy about tying somebody up. Oh, Hollywood, who used to hit me up, he knew. Like, he's like, most Philly fighters don't make it to the championships no more because they have so many wars in the ring and sparring. You know, like the sparring is brutal in Philly. So he's like, by the time they get to the fight, they all battle worn out. So all that wear and tear on that hard sparring, you can't keep hard sparring countless time. David Benavidez is different. David Benavidez is going to add a lot of pressure to everything he does. Consistent pressure, consistent pressure, consistent. Sean used to say the same thing you just said about Terrence Crawford. He was like, I just don't see what's special about him. He's like, I hear everybody say he's special, but I just don't see it. Then he finally started to see it, and he's all, yeah, I see it now. Tank first starting out, before he got all tatted up, he was raw talent who really didn't know how great he really was. He didn't have that confidence that everybody see now. That wasn't there. He didn't know about certain fights. The fights would be made, he think people trying to make him lose. Because he was, why you put me in a fight with this guy like this? I don't know. He got too much experience and I'm not ready. I've only been fighting this long. Y'all want me to lose. It's like, what are you talking about? Tank, you can win this fight. That was the Pedraza fight. And that was the fight that really put a lot of people on the map. Because I had picked Pedraza to beat him because I saw Tank's confidence going into that fight. It wasn't high. He thought they put him in a situation to lose. And now, as for his promotion, his thing of hating Floyd Mayweather is supposed to empower him. I don't know why. David Benavidez, accurate puncher. He's an accurate puncher because his family raised him in the school of martial arts. Yeah, so because he was brought up in the world of martial arts, and put him in different planes. The accuracy of his punches, the leverage of his punches, and the shots, etc. He's open to be hit. But he wasn't worried about a lot of the income in at 168. Now at 174, 175, he's going to get hit with it. It's going to put a lot of doubt in his mind. Because these guys can hit. And you're going to have to work on your defense. You can't just walk through punches. Like I'm saying, him and Jose Benavidez was trained by their father, who was a martial artist, a third-degree black belt. And they were all trained in martial arts. David was just a fat kid. And he finally grew out of his fatness. But he was the short, fat kid that was doing the same things that his brother was doing. He was just fat. Then he grew. Mm-hmm. No, I loved it. I really did. I really loved everything that was done, that was said, that was put into motion. I loved everything that was done about, oh yeah, the whole situation. Right. His father's not training him as a boxer. He's training David as a striker to land accurately. To when someone moves their head, to throw his punches accurately to the spot. That's why David gets his punches there. But that doesn't mean you're trained to be a boxer. And somebody like Bivol could hurt him really bad. Yes, he has conditioning. Yes, he could do these certain things, but how many shots are you going to be able to take? Well, how good you gonna be when Tank fights his next fight? I think he should fight Devin Haney next. Everybody said, well, it kind of lost steam because Ryan Garcia just, put him on the floor like 3 times. So if Tank knock him out, they're gonna be like, man, he's still punch drunk from Devin Haney. From Ryan Garcia. So the big fight for Tank Davis is got to be Shakur Stevenson. People are going to be asking the questions. Why isn't Tank trying to unify? Why isn't he going after the world champions? He's going after showcase fights. He's fighting Rolly. He's fighting not just Rolly, but he's fighting yeah, he fought Rolly, then he fought Ryan Garcia, then he fought guys that weren't the champions of the division. He fought guys who were moving up in weight, who were too small. And we kind of don't even see from him anymore. Leo Santa Cruz, who they were building up. And they moved him up 2 weight classes to fight Tank just to get him knocked out. Now, the Tank versus Loma fight has been talked about for a long time, and I wanted to see that fight happen for a long time. A lot of people think Tank would knock him out. I would like to see it because now you're gonna deal with a fighter who's probably the best Olympian fighter on the level, everything, and he's got power. And he goes to the body. So Tank is going to fight the most experienced fighter he's ever faced with Loma. Now Loma's old enough to where Tank makes this fight a lot closer. Before I would take Loma without a heartbeat, but now he's got to deal with this power factor of Tank. Tank hits like a middleweight, and that's what people don't really understand. Is Tank really does have power? Like his power is for real. And at 135, just like I told him, I said, if you can keep making this weight, the only thing that can beat you is you. They cannot beat you. You hit way too hard. I've seen Tank spar. I've been in his training camp before. It was a disastrous camp, but it was earlier in his career, and that was not good. He was at the Mayweather gym, and man, that was bad. A whole horrible camp for him, and he fought horrible in the ring, based off of it. And this is before he disciplined himself and became a better fighter. Well, you got to make your mind up. You know, what is it that you want? You got to pick your poison. I mean, at some point, you got to understand that you got to build yourself up to a certain level and then be able to distribute what you would like. I don't know. You know, the way I see this going down, the way I see no, the way I see the situations playing out is a lot different. So I would expect different. I never had all that. You know, it was always a mess. Mm-mm. It was always a mess to me. Mm. No. Tank at welterweight, if he fought Errol Spence would beat the living hell out of him. Don't ever think Errol Spence would. Errol is too big for Tank, and would fight Tank the way the way you're supposed to fight Tank. You dog him. Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, I would have done live tonight, but the fatigue is hitting me now. Then I gotta jump up in the morning, so. Yeah, that was my sister just hit me up at like 2 something in the morning. Well, it's a lot of people trying to take over boxing, but they paying all the money. Boxing is easy to take over if you got the money. They got the time. The thing is that there's no real standout superstars anymore, and that's why the sport. There's a lot of fighters and people knowing people. They're fighting people you don't know, like Frank Martin. Like you never saw. A lot of people. First time seeing Frank Martin was tonight. You knew no backstory on Frank. You got Gary Russell, who was on there, who was 17-0 with 17 knockouts. You didn't know about him. You got David Benavidez, you knew about him. And the guy he was fighting, you said, okay, well, I've seen that guy fight before. But stylistically, this is going to be a tune-up for him. But it's a good fight to have in the card for David for his first fight at this weight class. Yeah, so I'm fading. So I'm like Frank Martin. I know when I'm about to get knocked out. So sleep finna knock me out. So I'm gonna holler at y'all tomorrow or later on. We will do the power review. It is coming. It's just that I'm tired. I need to get some sleep. So tell LB it's coming. Now watch when I do it. LB won't be nowhere near. I was busy. All right, I'm out.